Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing a recipe. It is this creamy lemon cheesecake. It's from the Nostalgia cookbook, but I don't have the cookbook with me because I left it with Rob. And I got that cookbook at Five Below, but there's a full cookbook that I did not know about that we're going to get eventually. We found that on Amazon. But this is what I'm going to be making this time. It's called the creamy lemon cheesecake. So, we gotta do the crust first, and then the filling. So, let's get started. Okay, so for the crust, you're gonna need 6 tablespoons of butter, which is almost a whole stick. Right there, where my finger is. And it's gotta be melted, so I'm gonna have to melt this. I just took this out of the freezer a little while ago, so it's starting to get a little squishy, but I have to melt it. So that's what this glass measuring cup's for. It's what I usually melt the butter in and put it in the microwave. And then some graham cracker crumbs. We're going to use this bowl to make that. So that's going to make the crust. Now, you need a spring-form pan to make this because that's what it says. I can't angle very well. There we go. See? So when you're done, you just pop this open and then this saw will come off, so you don't have to, dig it out, basically. But it's made for this kind of thing. It's deep enough. So, spring-form pan is what you're going to need. Gotta do the crust first. Now, what it says is, you preheat the oven at 375 because you gotta cook the crust a little bit before you do the filling. Now, the entire cheesecake is gotta bake for an hour and 10 minutes, or until center is just set. So that's going to be the longest part, of course. Now, when that comes out, it's got to sit and it's got to cool down until room temperature before you can put it in the refrigerator. And it's got to be in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, if not overnight. So, I'm not sure when I'll be able to do a taste test for you, but we'll see. So yeah, I've got to get started on the crust. So like it says, you want to preheat the oven at 375 to do the crust. The crust, you bake 5 minutes. So that won't take very long. Once it comes out, you turn the oven back down to 325. And that's when you will bake the rest of the pie. And you're going to mix everything together. So I will show you the ingredients for the center of the cheesecake as soon as I'm done with the crust. So to get started on the crust, I have to melt the butter. And then I'll show you how to put the crust together. So yeah, I'm going to preheat the oven to 375 first. So I'm right here, so I might as well do that. Alright, oven's preheated to 375. I have to melt the butter now. Okay, so the butter is melted. You also need 2 tablespoons sugar. So, I already have graham cracker crumbs in it. It says regular graham crackers, so I'm just going with this. It says 1 1/4 cup of graham cracker crumbs. So, I'm just going to use that amount because I don't know how much 9 graham crackers is off the top of my head in cups. So, there. That should be enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the trash right here. Alright. So. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar. So you need the big one. Yes. Alright. You will need more sugar for the filling. We're just doing the crust right now. And then the butter. Alright. A little drippy, but not bad. So that's what that looks like. So, just gotta mix it up. I don't have the beater out just yet because I will use that for the filling. So, I have to figure out how to get all this mixed together. Now, what you're going to want to do is, it's now going to become a crust. So, you have to get it in the spring form here. I'm going to bring it over here. And you got to press it up against the sides of it. Just a little bit. So, it's about a ½ inch up the sides. So, just making sure it's all mixed together. Or we do that. Now, it's a little stuck in thingy here. Whoops. Alright. So, what you want to do now is make the crust. Get it all into your pan here. And alright. Now, this is the part that you're going to have to do by hand because you have to smash it out. There's a chance I had not used enough graham crackers, but it's got to be smashed out. And you have to form a crust, and it's got to go like this up against the edge. You want to make sure that it's completely, hopefully not cracked on the bottom because it's kind of thin there. Because you want it to go up against the edge a little bit. Whoops. You want some crust, but you know, it's going to be a little bit this way. It's going to be a little thin. But now it's actually coming together because I'm trying to make sure that it's all covered and pressed up where it needs to be pressed up, and hopefully it'll stay together because I gotta bake it first for like 5 minutes before you can put filling in it. Alright, so we got it up against the side as best as we can here. I'm trying to make sure that it's all spread. Now, reference, I have actually never made this recipe before, but it looked really good, so I decided to give it a shot. So there. Don't know if I can get it up against the edge anymore. But it's cheesecake, so this is how the crust is supposed to be. Alright. Now, the oven's ready. I gotta put the crust in for 5 minutes. That's what the crust looks like now. Alright. It's gotta cook for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna wash my hands off real quick. So be the water running because I can't really mess with anything else at the moment because I've got like butter fingers. Alright. Just want to rinse my hands off real quick. Okay, now grab the towel here. So the crust is done. I'm getting ready to put it in the oven. It's got to bake for 5 minutes. It'll come out. Now, what it says after that is once the crust comes out of the oven, you reduce the temperature to 350 or 325. Sorry, and then that's when you make up the filling. because the crust will cool some while you're doing the filling. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the crust in the oven. I will get out the filling ingredients. The rest of them, I had the cream cheese already over here because it needed to be kind of softened. So I took it out of the refrigerator already. I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients, and then once the crust comes out of the oven, we will get the filling all put together, and then it will go back in the oven at 325 for an hour and 10 minutes. So, let me get the crust in the oven. Okay, the crust is out of the oven. I'll show you that real quick. There it is. That part is done. That's the easy part. So what we gotta do now is, you see I got my mixture here, so I'm gonna try my best not to get it everywhere. Whoa. Now, this is the filling. What you're gonna need: 3 bricks of cream cheese. Don't know why, but it said 3, so I went with it. So, 3 packages, 8 ounces each of the cream cheese softened. It's been sitting out for a while now, so it should be fine. And then you will need another 1/4 cup of sugar. So that's fine. 4 eggs, which more than enough. Even though it just feels like, because we use some. You're going to need vanilla. This is real Mexican vanilla, like from Mexico. That's where we got it. So, 1 teaspoon of that. You're going to need 1 container of 1 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. For some reason. But I think it's because that goes with lemon ricotta. That's probably why. They just didn't call it lemon ricotta. So for the lemon part, you're going to need lemon extract, and I finally found lemon peel. So, not just any lemon peel, California lemon peel. So that's all you need for the filling. So we're going to get to that now. So you want to beat the cream cheese, the ricotta, the eggs, the 1/4 cup of sugar, the lemon peel, lemon extract, and the vanilla. You want to mix them all together in one large bowl. You want to do low speed until it's blended. Then you want to switch to high speed for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's smooth and creamy. That's when you pour it in the crust, put it in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes. That's the long part. So, I will show you everything. It shouldn't take too long to mix up. Pour it in there. We'll get it back in the oven, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. And like I said before, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do a taste test on it because it's got to sit until it's room temperature, and then it has to cool in the refrigerator for 4 hours to overnight before you can eat it. So, I'll do it sometime, and I'll add it to this video when I'm able to do it. So for now, let's get to the filling. So, 3 packages of the cream cheese. So you're just going to put it all in there. So, let's see. So, let's do this one first. It was like 1/4 cup sugar, I believe that's what that said. Can you read it? Cause, oh, excuse me, 3/4 cup sugar. I had to zoom in a little. I took a picture of the recipe from the book, and it was on my phone. I had to get it on my iPad because I'm filming with my phone, so. Yes. Anyhow. So it's 3/4 cups of sugar. Which, I don't have a clue what that is on here. Hold on. I have a cup that does have that on here. It's right below 1 inch. Or 1 cup. Wrong word. Alright. So that's fine. Alright. That should do it. There we go. Alright, now we're done with the sugar, so put that back over there. Now, 3 packages of cream cheese. This is going to be fun because I got to figure out how to open them. And remember, there's 3 of them. So, And the scissors are way over there. I did not think that through. So, hoping I can get this open somehow without having to get the scissors, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there it goes. That was easier than I thought. Alright. So there's going to be 3 of these. I mean, it is cheesecake. After all. If I can get it out. Well, it is pretty softened, so that's good. It does not want to come out of the package. Alright. That is stuck. Come out. I got 2 more of these to do. Seriously? Dang it. Did not want to get cream cheese all over my fingers, but does not want to come out of the... Thank you! Alright. Now, I got 2 more boxes to do. If I can do it without dropping anything. My hands are a little slippery at the moment. Alright. Hammer them out. It gets a little warmer in the oven, so. It's a gas oven. Stove thing. I don't know if I can open this being all... Yeah. Okay. That is going to be a problem. My hands are all icky. I don't know if I can... This is why I need a wireless mic. Okay. Give me just a second to grab the scissors and I'll be right back. Okay. Got the scissors. Let's try this again. That did not open at all. Yeah, trying to get cream cheese out of these little boxes. Not easy. Oh, I'm out. There we go. Get it as best as I can, so. And 3. Alright. And number 3. Get it out of the package. Oops. Dang it. If I can hold on to it. It's being a bit slippery here. Get it out. Okay, there. Now, I had the cream cheese out of there. I got cream cheese all over my fingers and I can't grip like this, so I'm just going to rinse my hands off real quick. The towel, and now. Okay, so 3 packages of cream cheese. Next is the whole container of ricotta cheese. Hopefully that'll help mix things. You want one of these. So. Oh, that was easy. Thanks. Alright. The thing is, that's got to go in the frickin'. Not there. Recycle. Double bags. Okay, now that that's in there, 4 eggs. Oh, much trash. Alright, so 1, can grab them too. Three. Whoops. And 4. We have 3 eggs left. Woo, that came out fast. Oh, eggshell. Okay, there. All right, 4 eggs. Gotta go back in the refrigerator eventually. Got egg on my fingers now. All right, so next the lemon and the vanilla, and then we can mix it up. Ooh. Hopefully it won't go everywhere. Alright, I don't need the scissors anymore. Sit on there. Alright, so what's next? 2 tablespoons of lemon peel. Not bad. So again, you want the big one. Alright. That's 2 tablespoons. Alright. Next, 1 teaspoon lemon extract. Get that right here. Then get it out of the box. So I wasn't sure if we had any, so I went ahead and grabbed some. Why do I have the feeling there's a... Alright. 1 teaspoon. Okay. So, want this one. There we go. And then, as it gets on my fingers a little bit, lastly, ooh, that is lemon. Sit up. 1 teaspoon vanilla. And then, you can mix it all up. There we go. Alright. Now, some of the stuff has to go back in the refrigerator, but just moving some stuff out of the way. Over there, not there. Alright. Oh. Okay. Now, you mix it up. You want to start it on slow until it's all blended, and then you want to go up high for about 4-ish, 5-ish minutes to make it all creamy and smooth. Then you pour it in the crust. So, see if I can do it. Not too bad. Alright. Alright, now. I've got my arm. I have to do this to put steak on. Also, when I make that. You want to get this smooth and creamy. So, it's getting there. There we go. Let me unplug that first. Whew, that's the part that hurts my arm. So, the beaters are dripping a little bit, but hell, that's what it looks like. And we got to pour that in the pan over there, and then put it in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes. So, give me a second. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't drip everywhere. All right. There we go. Now, I'm going to point you towards the stove over here because that's where I have the crust. Pour the filling in the crust and then it will go in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes. So, let's do that. Alright, there's the crust. Here's the filling. Oh, I thought that was still hot for a second. Alright, it's cooled down, so I'm going to try and do this and hopefully it won't spill everywhere. That looks good. I need to scrape it a little bit, but let me see what I have. I'll just borrow this right here. Alright. Oops. I'll clean that up in a minute. It just dripped a tiny bit. Alright, so. Rumming. So, now that it's in the pan, it's got to go in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes. Now, I am going to put this on a pan that is a little more easily. Okay. Because I didn't think about this before, so there we go. Now, I gotta open the oven. Again. Alright. See if I can do this without spilling it. There we go. Alright. Hour and 10 minutes. And there we go. So it is in the oven now. I will be back when it comes out of the oven so you can see what it looks like all cooked. Then it's got to sit for a little bit before I put it in the refrigerator. So, it's going to be a while before it actually becomes actual cheesecake once it's been in the refrigerator. So that's why I said it will be a while before I can do a taste test on it. So yeah, I'll be back once it comes out of the oven. And there it is. Just came out of the oven. Looks really good. Now it's got to sit for a little bit, and then it has to go in the refrigerator and become cold like cheesecake's supposed to be. So the next thing you'll see be a taste test when I can get to it. So, but that's how it looks coming out of the oven. Looks pretty good. Okay, well, it's 2 days later, and I'm back to finally do taste test on my lemon cheesecake. I did put a little whipped cream on mine, so here we go. A little bit of everything. Very lemony, but very good. Not super sweet, but sweet enough. And the whipped cream is really good on it too, so that's really good. Now, I hope you enjoyed this lemon cheesecake recipe video, and I hope you give it a try. And if you did, please like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so you know when next video is coming out. And as always, all of our social media will be linked in the description box below. And thank you for watching.